Ancient Egypt was one of the most important empires of the whole world. It lasted for millennia and lasted for quite a long time after some great conquerors. To the pharaohs, the kings and the queens, and the rulers, the famous rulers. And it lasted from Sudan to Syria. But long after its existence, there was the Nile River, which is the upstream and the downstream. And ancient Egypt was a really special. So it lasted for great conquerors and great wars, at times of peace, at times of war, at times of fighting, and at times of rulers that ruled over the land. Now what they do, the tombs and mummifieds, and many other great things. Like today, what still remains in ancient Egypt? That the great pyramids of Giza. Or maybe there would be some tombs and mummified. There are the great sphinx and that freaky man cat and the camels. And Egypt and many archaeologists have been trying to find out much about ancient Egypt so that they can have a better research about ancient Egypt. So, what's up? Let's discover about ancient Egypt. Well, ancient Egypt consists of many things that still remains today, right? Like you can see the Great Pyramids. I wonder if you can't surrender the heat or not, but well, yeah. There are lots of pyramids that protect from tombs and the kings and queens. There are also pharaohs, many of them. Sometimes they can be wrapped up and mummified, and so they can have their own belongings they want, such as jewelry or pets. Yeah, pets, food and water, everything they want, everything in their lifetime, gold and diamonds, that ancient stuff that they need. There are also mummies. I think you have heard about Halloween, right? But these mummies aren't alive, actually. They're just walking inside the tombs and wrapped up. It just lies down and just stayed there when someone died because of conquerors or an invasion or maybe other problems. Many of them consist in tombs. Tombs are special boxes that are long that can keep the humans mummified. Speaking about these rulers and kings and queens, what about ancient Egypt? Common people are in ancient Egypt. They worship for the gods and ancestors. There are many gods and goddesses that ruled for emperors and empresses. Many of them have common people, and when they die because of invasions, there were many ancient Egypt people that tried to conquer. There's also some people here that have many animal skins and faces, like Red, the sun god, have a falcon's head, and many others that can worship their life. But how did the common people, every people, just do and just survive and thrive in ancient Egypt? Why do they declare their home? Well, that's because they have empires so that they can worship, and they live along the Nile River, the upstream and downstream. That's how some cities started. That's how ancient Egypt started. Soon it grew and grew of conquers and invasions. That's the wars. They also depended on the Nile River for papyrus, which is a type of plant, and for writing. And there are three of them, the old, new, and the middle of them, the kingdoms. And they used fish and bricks for concrete for building constructions. And actually, this was really ancient. what still had in ancient Egypt. Now, I wonder if you know a lot about ancient Egypt, but for me, you actually know much about the Great Pyramids of Giza, right? What about the Sphinx? It's really cool, right? But there are also tons of rocks and minerals and berries, and archaeologists are trying to find them so that we can discover them and reunite them. There's almost no way that we can forget ancient Egypt. Well, I know. Pharaohs and mummies are your favorite, right? Yeah, because, well, to me, the pharaohs are really special. They go to the tombs and the kings and the queens start to bury them, and they have many riches and foods, and they believe in their afterlife, like Cleopatra or King Tutankhamun. King Tutankhamun was just 9 years old when he was king, and died 10 years later, unexpectedly, as he crossed many diseases, including malaria. And Cleopatra was one of the last of them. So, because of many conquerors, ancient Egypt fell. And now, today, it's already normal Egypt. It lasted for very long. And it is the first country to be independent. So, this is the end. I hope you enjoyed this presentation.